Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Today, we're going to be discussing something stupid that Donald Trump is doing, which is, I mean, if that was really a thing I was doing constantly, I would be making a video every single day. But no, we're actually talking about the fact that Donald Trump is blaming Canada for forest fires and the smoke coming into the United States. No, seriously, he's actually blaming them and go like, "I'm gonna tariff you, and it's all your fault." Okay, like okay, yeah, sure, and then be an asshole, I guess. That's essentially the gist of today's video. All right. Um, I saw this yesterday, and I saw the stupid little True Social thing he posted. This whole rant. Oh, we're blaming Canada. Like, no, we aren't. You can be the asshole you are, but none of us are gonna do it because Canada used to be our homeboy. You know that we used to have a really good relationship. Political relationship with them. Um, Now they don't like us that much, and we definitely don't like, well, not us, not the people, but our government does not like them, and they don't like us because of Trump. Because I've never seen a president ever so hell-bent on just breaking every single relationship we have. Every single relationship with our allies we have. Think about it. Our relationship with Canada has been strained. Our relationship with some European countries have been strained. Our relationship with certain countries in general have been strained. But of course, we got to increase and strengthen our relationship with Israel, right? But sorry, I almost dropped my phone. Anyways, the whole gist is, why the fuck would you be blaming Canada for a fucking forest fire? That's something that's mostly out of their control. Forest fires are extremely difficult to prevent, even if you have a whole thing trying your best to prevent them. It's gonna happen, all right. And we have forest fires here in the United States. And you know what Canada does? They don't get mad at us when our smoke blows into Canada. They help us. They fucking help us. All right, they send support. But no, when they have a forest fire, Trump is the dickhead he is, and says, "Oh, we're here. We're holding Canada responsible for the fact that they are not properly maintaining their forests." It's kind of fun because Trump has been constantly defunding our shit. Defunding our Department of Forestry and all that stuff. But I guess Canada can't maintain their stuff properly, right? Again, it's nothing that, like, yes, you can try your best to prevent it. You can try your best to prevent forest fires and shit, but nevertheless, it could happen. Especially, it's fucking summer, dude. It's like Canada helped us last forest fire. The last big one I think we had, that was in California. They sent support. Um, we had a couple of other big ones. They helped. They're a good ally, or we used to deem them that. And now our Trump's like, oh well, I'm gonna tariff them. He tariffs anybody. He's literally threatening to tariff Canada, by the way, for the fires, I guess, because the smoke is invading the U.S. Like, dude, I think Trump might actually be stupid. I mean, I don't even have to really say. I think most people know that he's stupid. Um, I don't think he understands how wind direction works, or just like anything. You know, I don't think he understands that. Because let's just say for some scenario, like the wind wasn't blowing towards us, would Trump even care? No, he probably wouldn't even mention it. But the fact that it is being blown in here, he's throwing a big hissy fit about it. Because I seriously cannot understand Trump's thinking. I mean, I don't even think he thinks that much, to be honest. I mean, he's not the brightest, and he is by far one of the worst presidents in history. Now, his supporters will definitely tell you otherwise. I'm sure I might even get an angry Trump supporter in my comment section, but I never know. You never know when you'll attract one of those guys. Overall, this is the weirdest thing to absolutely go apeshit about. To fucking blame another nation because fucking smoke from a forest fire is coming into the United States and it's supposedly a big deal. I don't get it. Why is Trump out here blaming Canada for something that's mostly out of their control? I mean, the fact that the wind is blowing it this way, that's out of their control. But no, Canada needs to be held responsible for the wind blowing towards the United States. They need to be held responsible for a forest fire that's pretty much out of their control. I mean, you can try your best to prevent it. As I said, they're going to happen. I mean, I'm surprised we haven't had a big one here in the United States, considering Trump is constantly defunding all of our national forest stuff and shit, right? He's constantly defunding that. And throwing that money towards, I don't know what, some other shit. He doesn't even care And by the way, Canada helps us all the time with our forest fires. They helped during that big bad one back in 2025 in California, of course. They helped with that one. They helped in 2020. Yet here we have Trump blaming them. I've never seen a more incompetent president. I mean, some people say Biden was incompetent, and to be honest, he wasn't that bright either. He was an old guy who didn't really know what year it was, honestly. But at least if this was Biden still, I think he would actually not be a dickhead and support Canada and send help. But instead, we have Trump being an absolute disgrace and honestly just putting a bad name on the United States. That's all he's been doing, is putting a bad name on our country and kind of just making us seem unlikable. The people here, we don't, most people, most commonly smart people don't agree with Trump, and most people don't like him, and we all hope that the midterms don't go in his favor, so there's a chance he could be impeached, because to be honest, we don't want to see him complete his term. We don't. This is off topic, but I did see a thing where he's basically removing protected lands, I think in Utah. I think it was Utah, and he's basically just like saying, fuck the environment, you let the drilling companies go over there and fuck it up. Like, oh yeah, that's wonderful, right? That's really, really great. Yeah, destroy our natural beauty. Destroy once protected lands that used to house very diverse wildlife and just a beautiful landscape, and now you're sending the oil companies and the drilling companies to go in there and just do whatever they want, huh? Yeah, Trump just removed like a shit ton of land in Utah. I mean, this dude's literally a fucking movie villain. He's literally a fucking kids movie villain. I don't know what movie it is. Fuck, hold on. I'm trying to think. Rio 2. I've never seen it, but I know that there's a bad guy in the movie who wants like deforest shit. Trump is literally that guy. He's literally a bad guy. Okay? He doesn't care about the environment. And I know we're not here to talk about the environment entirely, but like he's just stupid. And he's blaming Canada for a forest fire and the wind blowing it into the United States and saying we're being harshly invaded by the fucking smoke. This dude, man. I don't even know how people voted for him in 2024. I don't know how people voted for him in 2020. I mean, oh, and then this is again off topic, but he did go in a whole rant saying that the 2020 election was stolen, and now some of his supporters think that he automatically earns a chance for a third term, which is not how it works. But again, we're not here to talk about him. I'll gladly make a separate video on him again. But this is just embarrassing. I've never really seen a world leader do something like this, where they blame a neighbor for something that they can't control. That'd be like that's just so stupid, dude. That'd be like, again, any country in Europe blaming their neighbor for something out of their control, like a forest fire, which I'm not sure how often forest fires happen in Europe, so I wouldn't know. But this is just stupid. This is beyond stupid. I've never seen a president go out of their way to go like, oh, well, it's our allies. I mean, again, that he doesn't really give a shit about Canada anymore. It's Canada's fault that there's a forest fire, and it's Canada's fault that the wind is blowing into the United States. And I'm like, dude, your incompetence is just so obvious. I can't handle it. It sucks. And the worst part is we still got this buffoon for the next 2 years unless he loses the midterms, which, I mean, hopefully. Because, God forbid, I mean, he's constantly defunding all of our national shit. So, if we want to prevent forest fires and keep our parks clean, yeah, good luck, because he's defunding that stuff. I mean, it's crazy. And Trump again out here is just blaming Canada for a forest fire while they wouldn't blame us. They come and help us when we have bad ones. And Trump is doing the complete opposite. He's blaming them. He's just throwing a tantrum because he's a pouty child, okay? I don't get it, man. But that will wrap it up for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. More videos are coming out soon, of course. Best case scenario video is in the works still. I know it's a 4-part thing, so part 1, I want to have it out by next week. I know I said that last week, where I said it would have it out last week as well. But I'm busy. I mean, I'm not super busy to where I can't make the video. I also want to make sure I get it right. Because the way it works is I want to give each team their own unique best case scenario. Or each team, at least. Some teams will have the exact same goals, of course. But for the most part, each team is going to have a different goal at the end of the day. But anyways, that video is coming out soon. It will be out next week, though. It will be out this upcoming week, probably between Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video, and have a great rest of your day.